From Tahlequah, Oklahoma, this is Midwest Sports Saturday. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams, and we are on the campus today of Northeastern State University. The Riverhawks getting set to take on the Central Missouri Mules, and should be a good game this evening. I know there is a lot of activity going on this weekend, but we're here on a Thursday night again because Division II, so that's just the way it is. And actually, even to get a little bit more specific, because the MIAA.
Absolutely. You know, I like these Thursday night ball games. At first, I wondered why. Hey, you're the only show around, and you got a chance to really kind of be center stage. And for Northeastern State, their new head football coach, J.J. Eckert, it's the first time for him to lead a football team in game action on the same field where he played, and on the same field where for so many years his father traversed the sidelines, Tom Eckert, as head coach.
So there is a familiarity here, definitely.
Absolutely.
I am joined now by Bill Huddleston, who is the play-by-play announcer for the Riverhawks for how many years now?
Well, I don't have enough fingers and toes to count that in, Joey. I just give it up to say it's my pleasure to be the voice of the Riverhawks, not only here at home games on the radio and our live stream broadcast, but also on the road.
Well, and it's a privilege to get to have you here on the show with us.
My pleasure to be with you always.
Very
Enjoy your
thankful.
program.
Thank you very much. Now, let's talk some Riverhawk football here really quickly, because I know it is the home opener, and the Riverhawks won the home opener in 2017.
Right.
And if I've done my math right, that is the last win.
That's the last home victory.
That's the last, yeah. So that is something that the Riverhawks hope to change tonight.
Well, you know, ironically, they've had good success here at home against their opponent, the Mules of Central Missouri, because this will be the 15th meeting overall that dates all the way back to 1962. All 8 wins by Northeastern State. They won the first 8 meetings. Central Missouri's won the last 6. But NSU has won the majority of their games right here. The first one was back in 1962. Now, I was 4th grade.
Okay.
Long time ago.
I'm a 71 model, so no, I wasn't yet out there. It's been a while.
It has been a while, but you know, there is a great deal of expectation. I don't think I've seen this much excitement around Northeastern State University football maybe in the last decade. I mean, there's an excitement. Obviously, the decision by the university to bring J.J. Eckert home to take the lead of this football program, it has just grown by leaps and bounds. Former players, former students, former administrators, teachers, former fans coming out of the woodworks. I expect a huge crowd here tonight. They've called for green out. We're going to see how well the Riverhawks can put as much green, but I think what they really want is to light up that north end zone scoreboard, and they want to do it early because first quarter scoring for Northeastern State the last several seasons has been an obvious absence of productivity, but they'd like to be able to do that. But like JJ said last week, you know, if you don't block and you don't tackle, things don't happen too well. They got to do that tonight, man. They'll have to do it against a very solid team in Central Missouri who showed they've got some moxie of their own. They went from behind and beat Fort Hays State, who was ranked 11th at the time. And they've got offense with the running game. They've also got a quarterback by the name of Bowles, who in 2017 was a Heart-on-Hill finalist. So, I mean, he's going to be the real deal, and it'll be a challenge. And for Northeastern State offensively, Joey, it's a challenge because their offense is still molding together, trying to find its own identity. Jake Pruitt is back as the quarterback. Isaiah Davis is going to get the start tonight at running back. He was a number 2 guy a week ago. They've got to establish the run game. Mark Whelan had a great night catching the football, but it's going to take the execution of the offensive line, and that's where the experience for the Riverhawks falls here in 2019, because that's where they have the most players back, and for the second year in a row, hopefully they can keep them all healthy.
And that was one of the questions I wanted to see who was going to be the starter in the backfield tonight. Pruitt has really seemed to come in his own as the season went on last year. I know it was a bit of a rough start last week.
Right.
How does he recover from that?
I think he'll recover fine. I mean, he recovered the second half. I don't know what the conversation was between JJ and Jake at halftime, but when you put the 3 J's together, something worked a little bit more consistently in the second half, and they'll look for that first game jitters to be by the wayside, playing in front of the home crowd with the hometown fan support. Hopefully everything goes well for the Riverhawks here tonight, but they'll have to do it against a defense that has got experience at every position. 11 guys that were in starting roles from a year ago, and some of those have 15 and 20 starts at their positions.
Right. Well, you spoke about the need for the Riverhawks to have defense, and you mentioned Bowles and what he did in 2017. Probably he was on the way to doing in 2018, but that Fort Hays State game last year, he was injured in the first game of the season.
Never saw the field again.
Yeah, he was out, so he's back now, and the defense really has a tall order tonight.
Well, they do. It's going to take upfront pressure, whether that's Uka saying at one of the defensive end spots, the linebacker core, whether that's DeCam White or Davian Bradley or even Dax McAllister, who had 13 tackles a week ago. And then the secondary, you got Bowles with his passing ability. I mean, he can beat you with his feet as well as with his arm. But the defensive backs are going to have to be at their top-notch level play here tonight to hold this offense of Central Missouri, who can move up and down the turf in a hurry.
If you looked at one thing in particular for tonight, again, playing at home, obviously that does carry a little bit of weight, it would seem to.
You certainly hope so.
You would hope so. Riverhawks fans would definitely hope so. What would that key be to you?
I think it's to stay in the moment, not to get too hyped up at the start, and just go out and execute. I think a key for Northeastern State, Joey, offensively, is can they maintain possession. I mean, last week, 3 and out, turnover, and all of a sudden it's 20-0. Now you're climbing out of a huge hole. If they can go out and find some consistency in offense, whether it's through the air or on the ground, keep time of possession on their side, because that certainly was in heavy favor of Emporia last week. That's been something that the Riverhawks have struggled with the past several seasons. If they can do that and not have to have your defense out there all night long against a talented offense in this type of heat, I mean, that turf's still holding a lot of humidity in it, even though it's not quite as hot tonight as it was maybe a week ago. But certainly, if you can just stay in the moment, I think it's not getting too big or too little of the situations, not make too big of a deal about something that doesn't go right. Just make the best of every moment that you can.
We have a little shade now.
Absolutely.
We didn't have shade out here last year, and it always, you can tell it on me.
I was going to congratulate you for finding this shade on us tonight, because if we were looking into that big bright orange ball that's on the western sky, we would be heated up, so to speak.
Well, it still is that time of the year when it's hot, so you're thankful for the kickoff that's at 7 o'clock, and that's a good thing. Bill, really quickly, just, with the time that you've spent here, and I know, as you mentioned, it is a privilege, and it is, to get to do the things that we get to do with sports. It's
right.
Always a privilege to get to do that. Just talk about Northeastern just for a moment.
I really appreciate this university and have a love and passion for it. It's not where I graduated. I graduated from one of the old Oklahoma schools of the OIC, from East Central University. So yeah, I'm a Tiger graduation-wise, but I've lived in the northeastern part of Oklahoma for the last 35 plus years. Once I got here, I was welcomed with open arms, and I've been a part of this organization, this family since then, and that's why I'm proud to wear the green and white. I'm proud of Northeastern State and what this university offers. Not only its athletics program, whether it's football, basketball, soccer, golf, and they've all had some success, national championship in men's basketball that I got the pleasure of calling there in Florida when the Riverhawks, then Northeastern State University Redmond, went down and won that crown in 2003. But the educational opportunities that students get here, and then where that goes, and once a Riverhawk or once a Redmond or a Lady Red, you're always one. And I know that there's emotions that go with the change of the name several seasons ago from Redmond to Riverhawk, but I remind everyone very quickly, take a look at that sheepskin that you got when you cross the stage, and it says Northeastern State University. This is your university, and people that have been here, they're very proud of it.
Well, I do understand, having come from Southeastern with Savages and Savage Storm, so I do get that. I understand how that, and I'm old school on that end too. But
I went, like I said, East Central University. Some people here know, since I've been here, told me that was easy credit university. So, we'll leave that for another day. But certainly, it's a lot of fun still to be a part of the athletics, still to be doing what I enjoy every day, and broadcasting collegiate sports and high school sports, and getting to live the dream and getting paid for it at the same time.
That's exactly right. Well, I can tell you that I have heard you broadcast both collegiately and high school sports. I've heard the broadcasts on the radio. You do a great job, sir.
Thank you very much. Try to make it where you feel like you're here. Try to make a description where when you hear it, you feel like you're sitting in the stands watching it. And that's what it's all about. That's the way I was taught by the people that showed me how to do it. They were the pros in the business. Now I've been doing this for 47 years. It's my time to be able to maybe set the example.
Bill Huddleston, the play-by-play voice of the Northeastern Riverhawks.